Welcome to Scrubs and Subpoenas, where we hear stories from an NP expert witness in medical malpractice cases. This August, we're turning up the heat with our fan-favorite Fridays. Get ready to revisit the most loved episodes as chosen by you, our amazing listeners. Tune in each week for the best of the best, captivating cases, riveting discussions, and the stories that made a splash. Let's relive the highlights together this summer on Scrubs and Subpoenas. Every minute, someone's life takes a terrifying detour, not down a dark alley, but into the sterile, bright halls of healing. They walk in seeking care and find themselves plunged into a nightmare. Most malpractice claims in hospitals are related to surgical errors, whereas most claims for outpatient care, which accounts for more than half of the paid malpractice claims, are related to missed or late diagnosis. Now, before you raise a pitchfork at every white coat you see, let's be clear. This isn't an indictment, it's a revelation. Because the truth is, any provider, any nurse, any human being capable of brilliance is also capable of a mistake. This is about understanding why and using that knowledge to build a safer future for every patient who walks through those doors. Welcome to FHEA's Scrubs and Subpoenas, Tales from the Witness Stand, a podcast where we'll peel back the sterile sheets and delve into the real stories of medical malpractice. Each episode, a cautionary tale, a blueprint for change, a reminder that even in the darkest corners of human error, there's a light. The light of knowledge, the light of empathy, the light of a future where healthcare becomes not a gamble, but a guarantee. So join us as we dissect the mistakes, illuminate the flaws, and ultimately learn to heal not just bodies, but the very system itself.
Welcome to our first episode of Scrubs and Subpoenas, Tales from the Witness Stand. I am Jonna A. Meal. I'm going to be your host. And joining me is Dr. Sally Miller. Dr. Miller, would you like to say hi?
Good morning or good afternoon, I suppose, or whatever time of day it is you're listening.
Yes. So if you listen to the intro of this podcast, right, that just played before we hopped on, you know that we're going to be talking a little bit about medical errors. And this is really interesting for me for a couple of reasons. One, medical errors, I feel like, is one of those things that if you were a nurse of any kind, you have heard this, you have seen this, you've talked about it 1,000 times because it's the one CE that we must do forever and ever. But this really does bring a lot of practical light, I think, to what it is that's so important for us to learn. And now when we talk about medical errors, there's really two things. There's two ways that I think about it. And let me know what you think about this, Dr. Miller. We think about omissions, right? Like not doing